Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm Hitchcox. I'm a co-founder of Helmkin Digital, which is a 12-person media buying shop. So we don't say affiliates, but essentially we're affiliates. When selling it, we're a performance marketing agency. We also own Integrity Ads, which is a boutique network focused mostly on email traffic. Pretty good run, and we started that this year. It's been quite good. More recently, we partnered with some developers on another project called Upswing, which is programmatic signaling of trades for stocks, cryptos, commodities, built by guys much smarter than I am. In its infancy, but launching beta soon, so that's exciting. I've been in the industry for about 8 years. I started at NEWBIE, which is now Global Wide Media, and came up that way. Came up as an account manager, and then sales, and then moved into mobile content overseas, and then moved home and started Helmkin.
Imagine you are a NEWBIE affiliate entering the industry today. Which vertical or niche would you choose? What would be your strategy for success?
It's a very large landscape to navigate and to know where to go. I would say my best advice is start where no one else is, but to get in and have no experience and know what that is, you're not going to do it. So you're probably going to look for something that's you're going to look for something in the forums, and you're going to look for where there's chatter and where it's easily accessible with your cash flow. So depending on if you're coming in with money or not money, that makes a big difference on where you spend. But going from kind of the beginning stages of media buying or being an affiliate, it really is about information. So I would say there's not one place, there's 1,000 places, but go and find as much information about one place or the other. I would say Pops is a good place. Pops and mobile display are good places with the right platforms, such as Mobidea, where you can actually optimize. You might not make money straight away, but you'll actually learn how media buying works at a low cost because you get the data in very fast. From there, you can scale up your campaigns with the right partners and the right products, and then take that methodology that you learned and apply it to other more expensive, bigger traffic platforms. That would be my advice, as opposed to saying one specific thing, because you very much need to hit up all your account managers, find out what works, because not one thing will work on every traffic spot. But I think Pops is a great place to like cut your teeth and learn how to look at the data and your ROI.
What's the biggest challenge for a newbie in the affiliate marketing?
So there's a bunch of challenges, but the challenges have always been there. I'd say that there's the biggest opportunity is that there's never been so much information available. I'd say the biggest challenge is traffic costs are quite high, and then the amount of money that you need to test a campaign, depending on, again, on your cash flow, that would be a barrier to entry for sure. Those are the two, yeah, for sure. I would say cash flow is your primary, because you may not make money straight away. You may not, you won't. It's going to take some effort, but it is good when you get there.
Which are the 3 skills an affiliate should have to be successful and to become a super affiliate?
I would say patience, grit. I like the word grit. Like when I'm interviewing people now, I'm like, I'm like considering their grit, like, because you have to be able to take some punches in the face. Determination, for sure, and smart also. But yeah, I think it just consistent, patient, determination.
The market is now more regulated than ever before. What's the future of the industry, and what should affiliates take into account while promoting mobile content offers?
Yeah, so I worked for a mobile content company for about 4 years. Also, when I was at NEWBIE, that was my first vertical. So I've seen it shift over 8 years. It's not going away because the carrier billing companies that work on behalf of the carriers make a lot of money on this themselves. So I think if you can, the form of which it changes. So like 3 years ago I thought it was dead, and then it came back with a vengeance. And 3 years before that everyone thought it was dead, and 3 years before that, I mean, it started in newspapers, right? And then it was in the back of magazines, and then it was on billboards. So like mobile billing, or the ability to charge someone, it's always going to create an avenue for the future of it. Carrier billing or mobile billing will always have a form. It's just about how you apply it. I think it'll be around. It'll just go down for a year or two, and then it'll come back in a different form. Yeah. You look at all the big money too, like the big credit card companies are looking for ways to charge people to their phone. So like it will come back in a different form.
Some affiliates are saying that traffic is getting more and more expensive and that it's hard to get profitable margins. Which advice would you give them?
I think it goes back to that persistence thing. So everyone's trying to make money on the way, and when it gets competitive, they push the pricing up. I would say if you're doing the same thing everyone else is doing, you're not being creative, and I'm not saying that person is. But if, for example, on Pops, I know prices recently got increased and it affected us also, but if you're doing the same thing everyone else is doing with the same whatever, you're not innovating anything, you're not doing anything different. So your prices, it's not going to work because you're not doing anything special. If the prices are higher, that means someone else is still making it work because the traffic source is revenue or gross profit is still higher than it was. So someone's making it work, they're just doing a better job at it than you are. I would say also as an example, like Facebook's a good example of a company that rewards people. You get lower CPMs with a positive feedback. So like if you work on amazing funnels and amazing creative and amazing the whole thing, and you're putting that, you're putting 5 weeks into a project as opposed to smashing it up on one source, Facebook rewards you. So just innovate and be persistent.
Which are the tools and resources for competitive intelligence that every affiliate marketer should use?
Google, like that's your easiest one. It's very easy to, like honestly, Facebook search and Google, you can pretty much find out a lot of things, unless you're, like Adplexity is a great tool also for like purely spying and ripping and like doing that stuff, which is, if especially in the early stages of your career as an affiliate, those tools are great. But you got to remember, everyone's piling into those. So you might steal something that's working, fantastic, smash it up, but in 2 weeks' time, there's going to be 10 guys on it doing the exact same thing. So I would say look at all your competition, look at what's trending, and if you're go above and beyond and build a good product and do good research and do good market testing. It's just like, we don't use a lot of spy tools. We don't. We build stuff that lasts. So that's my advice.
What are the most common mistakes you see affiliates making?
I think the industry shifted quite a bit. I think there's, when I first got into it, there was a lot more people wasting their money, and it's like they're smashing it, they're making a ton of bank, but in a year's time the industry shifts, and so they kind of like didn't move with the trend. I think people are moving with the trend, so, and by that, because not everything always lasts. So I would say that's a common affiliate mistake where you don't move with the trends of the industry, and you don't keep up and you get focused on one thing. And yeah, just don't party too hard. that's the guts of it. But yeah.
Which traffic sources or traffic types do you explore and why?
So there's 3 parts to our media buying shop. There's the agency side, which does like everything. So search, display, video, Facebook, Insta, Twitter, it's cross-channel. So we explore everything over there because the strategies are a lot bigger and more complex, and the sales pitch is the sales pitch, but what their requirements are is broader. But if you're specifically on performance, we work on mobile DSPs and POPs as for our mobile work, and then on Facebook for our performance stuff, which is focused on lead gen and e-commerce. Facebook.
What should affiliates bear in mind when it comes to the topic of affiliate fraud?
I would just do a really good job. Also, there's fraud too on the other side too. Like we talked about our traffic costs and things like that. Like use tools to cut out bots on the placements that you're buying, so that you're, although your traffic source is increasing your CPC, figure out how to cut out all the fraud from your traffic that you're buying and select only the good placements that are making you money. On the fraud, or in terms of like advertiser complaints or industry shifts on compliance and things like that, just do a good job and be compliant. We work very close with Facebook to make sure all of our stuff is compliant, because then I can scale it. It's do a good job, you make money. It takes an extra week or 2, but you make money. It's really easy.
Which sources of information, knowledge, and training should affiliates use to stay updated?
For me, just due to time, I don't read as much as I should, but I do listen to a fair amount of podcasts. The Robust Marketer is a pretty good one that's done by Eric Dick. I like Rebel Head Entrepreneurs also. Max Pepe, he's out of the UK. Those are two good podcasts that I enjoy and listen to frequently. Also Tim Bird's Facebook group. If you're into Facebook buying, get in there. It's really insightful. Yeah, those are the Ecom Empires also I enjoy. Actually, it's another Facebook group. Get into Facebook groups, but get into the right ones. They're very insightful. I'll sign up for yours also soon.
Should affiliates read a specific book to succeed?
Read or listen to as many business books as possible from as many different perspectives as possible, like even beyond just affiliate marketing, because the industry does shift so much, but the general concepts of business, like buyer, seller, that will never change. It's just about how you see it in your world, in your vertical, in your media buys. So we actually have like a book club at work where everyone kind of follows the same books. From Good to Great is one of my favorites, looking at Nudge right now. Yeah, just start reading management books, look at New York Times bestsellers and go from there.
What can you say about the hottest affiliate marketing trends for 2018?
E-commerce is obviously a hot topic for 2017. Mobile generally is a hot topic. I think that mobile, it's going to grow forever. It's just going to be about how advertisers build products that work now that there's saturation. So I think they'll just be, on the mobile side, especially in video, I believe that video generally, well it is, like video will blow up, and we're looking at video arbitrage as well as mobile, but focus on mobile credit card submits and things like that. And then I believe e-commerce obviously will grow, but it's going to get more difficult for people unless they're building good products, because it's getting saturated pretty fast. So if you're building great products, also I think there'll be a kind of a vertical alignment in terms of, like, normally right now it's separated from product owners and media buyers. I think there'll be a bridge where the product owners are the media buyers, and the landscape will change from there.
What were the biggest surprises in affiliate marketing in 2017?
We're pretty good at staying ahead of the trends, and that's kind of become part of our business, is information and knowing where and what's going on. So to be honest, not that surprised. We planned everything out pretty well. I would say shockers in the industry on the mobile side. Changes in compliance and rules, like you said, mobile content, but also the mobile app space. The landscape has shifted quite a bit, and yeah, I mean, the rate at which that shifted was pretty surprising, I would say. Yeah.
And in terms of the next big thing in affiliate marketing, what do you believe it will be, that next big thing?
I believe the next, it's a big question. It's a really big question. Nutra's never going away in its form. It will change. And yeah, actually, you know what? We might have to scratch that question. I don't know.
Okay, no problem. No problem.
Ask me again. What was it?
It's all about in terms of the next big thing in affiliate marketing. What do you think? Which are the main opportunities and threats?
Yeah, I don't know what the next big thing is. We're spending a lot of money trying to figure that out.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, totally. No, man. Are we still recording?
But don't worry, we'll.
Yeah. No, it's hard right now. Like we're so spread out across a bunch of different things, and we're mining right now. So I don't know what the next big thing is. Yeah, outside of just like hitting it lucky on some product on Facebook, I don't know.
How do you see Mobidea?
I think you guys have a fantastic brand. I think I've enjoyed working with you when we have. I think your marketing is excellent. I think the market has shifted so much, and I would only be able to make assumptions on where you guys are in that. But I mean, we did work with you guys with some good brands, so I assume that your branding and reputation is still intact. Which is a big part of that industry for sure. But yeah, I would interpret that you guys are doing well. I am perceiving that things are still great, and I assume they are. I think that you guys aren't one of the ones that will shake out. that's a very high level like executive to executive response, but there's going to be a lot of shakeout, and you guys should be fine in my opinion.
Why did you decide to speak about automation in affiliate space?
First off, my friends happened to be working in my office who happened to work for ISAC training, so I was lucky enough to be invited. We picked automation just because internally with a lot of the tools and the systems or the things that we've done, we've automated a bunch of our workflows so that it's easier, so that we can focus on the things we're good at. Small things like connecting our Xero account to our bank receivables so that we don't have to hire a full-time accountant who, when the receivables comes into the bank, it fires into our system automatically and it reconciles, and it saves us hours every week, and we've done that in dozens and dozens of situations. So they just wanted me to kind of give some examples and talk about it.
Any future plans you'd like to share with us?
I mean, on our client side, we have some big plans. Again, it's not all performance, but we've made a lot of progression there in terms of building sales teams and adding offices in different major cities like LA. We've making a big headway into video, which we talked about, which is off Facebook, and then kind of talked about building products and things like that too. We're doing that vertical integration and yeah, trying to hit it. Yeah. So I mean, those are my plans. I think those are everyone's plans here, but yeah, it's all good.